I am Nick Cherrett and I'm the captain and president of Men's Rugby Union.
And I'm Ethan, captain of Men's Rugby League.
How are you and the boys feeling about playing at Franklin's Gardens?
Well, what I've heard is that they're very excited. Like, I'm very excited to play as well because I've never seen the stadium. And most of the boys have never played rugby before. So just being on a pitch for themselves is big enough for them. But playing in a massive stadium, they don't know what's going to hit them. But I think that's why they're so excited for it. So hopefully that they've got a lot of energy and excitement to play. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think that I'm really looking forward to it personally. I've never played in a stadium myself either. But, I've been to Franklin's Gardens a few times this year, and the atmosphere there is always incredible. The way the stadium is, the noise just echoes around. And playing at Bedford in varsity, one thing I absolutely loved was running onto the pitch with all the Bedford fans just booing. I loved that, so I'm hoping this year we get a similar sort of energy from the crowds.
100%,
I reckon there'll be quite an equal divide between
100%.
those sporting union and those sporting league.
Well, it was the same with last year, wasn't it? When there was a clear divide, you could even tell there was a massive gap in between the supporters. So, and I remember hearing loads of people booing and
you were getting so much grief from the sidelines. It's like, you know what? About half an hour ago, I was really good mates with you.
Yeah,
and as soon as this whistle's gone, you're getting me on this.
But that's what I like about Crosscodes though. Is the build-up is so funny because whenever we see each other, at uni or if we're in the club or wherever, we just take the mick out of each other, oh, you're not going to win, da, da, da. And then that build-up gets everyone excited to play, and then when we actually get on that pitch, enemies, absolute enemies.
Honestly,
whatever we had did never exist.
It really is like that bragging rights to the next year.
100%.
If say I was on a night out and one of your boys gave me a bit of grief in the club or something, I'll be like, okay, did you win Crosscodes?
Yeah.
Did you win Crosscodes?
I've heard that so many. I've heard that so much this year.
There's no coming back from it if you're on the losing end of it. You know what I mean?
But that's what I like though. It's just, I think that's what gets the bond though between Union and League, is because there's always this massive game at the end.
It's a really healthy rivalry.
100%. So that's what I really enjoy about. And then now, because now we're playing in the Saints ground, it just makes everything 100 times better. Yeah. So it's just something to look forward to, which I'm really excited for.
I think that one thing that is going to hit me and hit everyone playing a lot is the fact that, you've made this mistake, you've been absolutely nailed, or you've been stepped and your ankles are broken or whatever. You know what I mean? That's in front of a pretty good amount of people.
Loads of people, yeah.
So and a massive amount of students from the university will be watching. Hopefully there'll be loads of people from the local community watching as well. Yeah. You'll get grief for that
for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life. Anytime people see you, they'll be say that Union win, but you bounce me or whatever. I'll go, you bounced me.
Yeah.
It's just that constant back and forth, and I know for a fact that League are really close around us.
Yeah.
And I remember before the game last year, I was getting so much grief from people around us. I didn't realise how much students at the uni actually care about this event outside of just Union and League.
The thing is, I've never the first time I played Crosscodes was last year, so I never knew the build up because obviously it was COVID and stuff. So I never knew what it was like, and then suddenly when it got close to it, I just started seeing loads of people just arguing and bickering, and I'm what is going on? I'm
honestly,
is it going to be a scrap? But it's just not. It's just banter really, just winding each other up. But
then when
it
gets to those 2 weeks before the game, you will hear so many verbals.
Absolutely,
and it only makes the actual game itself that much more entertaining because you get the rivalry of Union v League, but then you also have these little personal rivalries as well going on.
Absolutely.
Like yourself living with Connor Horsler, who could potentially be playing for us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually crazy, the amount of times that we talk about that in my house, because obviously I live with him, and we just, it's not bicker, but it's just we have really funny banter, we just wind each other up with it. Sometimes it does get heated, sorry Connor, but it's just healthy though, that's what I enjoy about it.
Exactly.
So how have you found picking your team?
Oh, it's stressful as anything, to be honest. We had such good intake this year in terms of freshers, and every single person that has trained has improved massively over the year. Yeah. You know what I mean? We've got just under 40 people available, I believe. So, squad of 20, I'm going to need to cut that down by
a lot.
Literally half.
Yeah.
So that's something that me and Matty will have to look at doing nearer the time. But we've got these next 4 or 5 sessions to really let people
work for
make their claim.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get no injuries
fingers
along
crossed.
the way.
Fingers crossed.
Touch wood, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But how have you found it?
It's alright because compared to Union for League, we don't have that many people compared to you guys, so it's mainly trying to get the people to play, but because luckily that the option is to play at the grounds, there's just loads of people who are wanting to play. So which has made it a lot easier, but still it's like, in my mind, you have to put the effort in.
Yeah,
you have
100%.
to show me
100%.
that you really want to play in the stadium and play for the team. Because otherwise it's like, well, why am I going to pick you if you don't put all of your effort in? Because obviously there's going to be loads of people wanting to play. Because obviously you know it's going to be a struggle for yourself, but like for me it's like, I need to know 100% that your head's in this game.
Yeah.
Because, like we said, this is the biggest game we'll ever play.
You don't. I'd rather run out with a smaller squad of people that I know are going to give it their 100% than take a full squad, but half of it is people who don't really care. Exactly.
But yeah, so I am excited to pick and choose, but we shall see who are the lucky few. I love looking at the cameras. But yeah, so obviously it's open to the public. Have you invited your family or?
Yeah. So obviously, I hate to say, but being captain, we're sort of like the ones that are, the only name that has been finalised so far to be on the team sheets.
Yeah.
So I've been quite fortunate, and I've been able to get my family to get tickets already. So I've got like family coming driving 3.5-4 hours just to come watch this game.
Jeez,
but just to be able to have my friends and my family there is something that I'm absolutely going to love.
Well, like you said, it's like the first time you're ever going to play in a stadium. And because of Saints, it's a huge thing.
I think like you play so much rugby at uni. Yeah. But where it's on a Wednesday, and for a lot of people, like it's quite a commute from where they're actually from, their family don't get to watch them play that much.
No. Yeah.
So it's going to mean that much more, because I think whilst I've been at uni, because I play for ONs on the weekends, I think my family's been able to watch 2-3 games max over the last 4 years.
Bloody
so
hell.
To have them be able to come and watch this one, it's something that really does mean the world.
It's like the same, like I'm going to tell my parents and stuff and family that obviously we're playing at the grounds, but obviously it's still far away from them as well, because it's like 2.5-3 hours as well.
Yeah.
So it all just depends, because it's a long way. But I'm sure like other people like on our teams, all of their families are going to be like, what the hell? Like you're playing in a stadium. Yeah. Like let's go. Yeah. Because it'll be still like a nice day out anyway. And like the fact that there's going to be hopefully loads of people there, because obviously the societies that we've known are going to come. So it just all depends really on like the turnout. But I think the turnout's going to be great.
I'm really expecting a good crowd.
I don't think we're going to be able to hear each other on the pitch, to be honest.
I like you were saying earlier, just the fact that it's actually in a stadium and having that crowd is going to hit people so much differently. So much differently. The nerves are going to be so up, but like good nerves. Because it's going to mean a lot to people. How do you think you're going to cope with playing?
I've played in a few stadiums before, so it's not like a big issue. But then again, that was like years and years and years ago. So I don't know, because I've never seen a stadium. I reckon I'm going to be quite nervous. Because like rugby is, for both of us, is our passion. We love rugby so much, and to know that we've played in a stadium again. Well, for me anyway. Sorry, it's. I probably might even panic. I'll be like, bloody hell. Yeah. Because obviously I've never seen it, so I'm gonna be like, well, where the hell am I going? Do you know what I mean? And it's like the build up of like going from the changing rooms to then walking out on the pitch and then seeing everyone. I'm just gonna be an absolute shock, really. Yeah. What about you?
I think they're like I've never played in a stadium, but I've been fortunate enough to play in front of like quite big crowds. Just like my club back home, and even ONs it's so much easier said than done. But it's just the hardest thing to do is just block out the noise. Yeah. Block out the noise. Just 100%. Focus on like the 4 lines of the pitch. Anything beyond those lines, you just got to try your hardest to block out. Like any sort of reaction that you give, like crowd giving you grief or something, that's you've lost already.
Yeah, but I think because this game is obviously so big, there's so many emotions. I feel like if someone like from the audience was like screaming and shouting at me, I'd probably turn around and be like, please shut up, and just start crying.
That's the hardest thing is that's the one thing you can't do. Playing at varsity, we had quite a decent crowd, and the Bedford lot were so vocal.
Yeah, they were.
And it's hard not to pay attention to, but you give them any sort of attention, and then that's it. They've got your attention. They know they're in your head. Yeah. You can't buy it in the slightest.
No, absolutely not.
In the slightest.
It's especially because of like with my boys as well. Like they've barely played rugby before. This is their first year, and for them, they're gonna need to bite their tongues or like not react and just keep their heads in the game. Because I know they will. I know we've gone through like a lot, and it's been tough, but we've done well. But for them, I just want them to like focus on this game so much that if we do, I reckon it's going to be quite equal. Yeah. An equal game, equal fight. So
one thing I'm definitely anticipating is that for it to be very physical.
Very physical.
That's one thing I noticed in last year's game, was that was the most physical game of rugby I played all year.
It was the same for me, yeah. Because you're going from 140 of Union to then another, basically a different sport to league. It's vice versa, isn't it? So, and then you're exhausted, you forget about the rules, you're offside, I don't know, long shot, whatever, but it's going to be so physically and mentally draining.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
So excited
Definitely,
for.
definitely.
Because
you know, like, you get those people, like, realistically, you got 40 people on the pitch in the squad, yeah?
Yeah.
The chances of, like, some of our boys not liking your boys or being annoyed or whatever, or having that little bit of beef, just that chance to put a shot in a game where it's completely fine to, and you can just, you know, push their face in the dirt or whatever.
Yeah.
It is something that I know a lot of boys will be out looking to do.
Yeah, 100%.
Just because, like, that's again, like, those little victories will be bragging rights in the next year.
Yeah, 100%.
Because where we only play each other once a year,
still doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
It does not matter at all. But it's like the same, like, obviously this is the first time we're doing it for the public.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested on how the public's going to take it.
I think that the main thing, I think, is if I was part of the local community, it's such a unique prospect of a game. Like, realistically, I would not be surprised, and I'd probably say this quite confidently, there has never been a game like this at Franklin's Gardens.
Oh, 100%.
With half union, half league.
100%.
I've never heard of a game like this. I've never seen a game like this ever advertised.
No.
It is something that is so unique that just the prospect of the two codes going against each other, I think it's something that will have a lot of interest, especially to, like, local clubs and the local rugby community, as Northampton's a massive town.
Because I've never heard of it until I came to the
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Exactly. So like for people to see it on like newspapers and like I don't know social media, and then to realise uni students are going head to head league and union in a stadium. Yeah. Like it's Friday night as well, so
bank holiday weekend.
So you got the money to go out. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's going to be so surreal, and I just really can't wait for it.
Oh, absolutely buzzing. Absolutely buzzing.
Can't wait.